apologise in advance for how I look in this video because I look like a mess, but I've been working so much recently and yeah, so... Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, it's GB. Make sure you go and subscribe before you do anything because that will mean my day. This is basically my go-to leg days right now. I just wanted to come here and show you how I've grown my glutes, what's worked for me, what could work for you. This is going to be split up over 2 leg days, so I train legs twice a week and just make sure that I am working so hard. Glutes are one of the, I think they are the biggest muscle group on your body. Not a scientist, not PT, I don't know, sorry. But for me, they have been the hardest things for me to grow. Coming from someone who had no boot, you know, it's been difficult. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. You're going to have to work your arse off, you're going to have to eat. Share my tips with you. So it's not only just the workouts that will grow your peach, it's what you eat. So food is literally your best friend. You know your body, you know when you're hungry. But this is how I have grown my glutes. First of all, I like to start with some resistance band training. Now, like I said, I train twice a week. Now, one of those sessions I will activate my glutes. So the first day of that week I train legs, I will do glute activation. I will activate my glutes because they've had time to rest. I want to activate them as hell. I want the muscles to be screaming. You can see I'm squatting down, making sure I've got a 90-degree angle, and I am literally stepping side to side, just really activating the glutes. Something that I kind of feel like works for me. Obviously, you know, different people have different preferences and stuff, but for me, the littlest movement creates such a big impact on my glutes, honestly. You don't have to do the most fanciest things, you don't have to do the biggest of steps to make your glutes feel like they're in pain. Literally the slightest movement with a resistance band is mad. Now, squats have been, I have a love-hate relationship with squats. I think that most people are like that. I just can't stand them. Some days I'm like, yes, I'm going to squat today. Other days I'm like, hell no. So I've been really focusing on my form purely because I naturally just arch my back. Here I'm starting very light. I will do warm up with the bar, which the bar obviously weighs 20 kg, and you will literally just warm up with that. Then I increase the weights to what I feel comfortable. Don't go to the extreme yet until you've got your form. I do believe in light weights, loads of reps. So instead of doing like my reps and my sets don't just go like to 2 to 4. They'll go from like 5 to 11 or something like that. Try not to focus on too much on how many sets you can do or how many reps you can do. I literally just do as many as I physically can. So until I physically cannot come back up, then I will know that I'm at my end. Until someone has to spot me to come up, then I know that I'm at my limit. I have pushed my muscles, my booty, my legs to the limit. Then sometimes straight after that, I will go straight into deadlifts. Now, I've only recently reintroduced those. I used to do deadlifts all the time in my old gym. Moving to my new gym, it took me a while to feel comfortable. I've decided to reincorporate them, and obviously they are a massive thing, especially if you want to grow your glutes. As you can see, you literally just bend down, you push it like you lean your knees to the bar, and you literally keep everything straight, and you just come up at your back completely light. I did 60 kg for 5 reps. I was actually really impressed, and honestly my glutes afterwards were killing me. So definitely recommend deadlifts. As it's a compound movement, just like squats, it will help, you know, give your booty a proper squeeze, proper pump, and it will just feel amazing. Then obviously my favourite exercise of all time, which is hip thrust. What I like to do is I like to warm up with the resistance bands first, either with the resistance band or simply just no resistance band and just literally just coming up and doing as many as I can. So just to warm up the glutes yet again. As you can see, I'm wearing 2 different outfits. Obviously it's 2 different leg days. So obviously one day I'll do that, the other day I'll do the other. So just so you're aware that, you know, these 2 different places, it's basically my entire booty building workout. And obviously hip thrusts are amazing. Just make sure you keep your chin in, and literally you just have to come up and squeeze your glutes. Make sure your glutes are literally tense the entire time. feel the benefit. Honestly, as soon as you come up the first rep, you should feel it. If you don't, then make sure your knees are like the right distance apart. Once you now hip thrust, your booty game will transform. Honestly, ever since I started those about a year ago, I have never looked back, and yet my form still isn't perfect. Obviously, I'm still learning, and don't be afraid to lift heavy. You'll be surprised that with hip thrust, you can actually go a lot heavier than any other exercise. So make sure you go higher. So don't feel comfortable on your weights. Make sure you increase the weights and you go up. I like to do weighty jumping squats. So what I do is I take a 5 kg plate, usually used for the squat rack. I hold it and then I jump up like I do usually, but with jumping squats instead. Therefore, you know, it makes it more harder, more challenging, and yet when you come to the top, obviously you're squeezing your glutes, make sure everything's isolated, and obviously you're burning that fat, you're toning that muscle. It just feels great. And then I like to superset that. So supersetting, I think, is really important for leg day. You've got to make sure you've got 2 or 3 exercises in there that you can do straight after the other with no rest time, just so you can really feel the pump, feel the burn. So I like to lunge. I like to do walking lunges with 2 weights either side, then straight after, I then go straight into that with no weights. So I'll do weighted jumping squats with walking lunges with weights either side, either 6 kg or 8 kg, and then straight after, drop the weights and go straight back to walking lunges with no weights, literally until my legs and my bum physically can't take no more. This as a finisher is too much for me. I think you can probably see the pain in my face. I'm like, please make this end. As you can see, here I'm doing stiff leg deadlifts. These are one of the most trickiest things I've ever had to deal with. Make sure your glutes are squeezed the entire time. I've really seen a difference in my glute growth since I've tried this. I like to superset these with outer and inner squats. Obviously supersets is less rest time, which means more of a pump, and therefore your muscles are more shocked and more torn, and therefore will grow more. So I like to step to the side, do an inner squat, then I step to the other side, do another squat. I like to hold a weight as well. I like to superset these. Yeah, this is actually one of my favourites. Also one of my worst. You know, you have had them kind of relationships where you enjoy it but you hate it at the same time. Trust me, the next day the pain you'll feel would be mad. But the one thing that you need to conquer of all to make your glutes grow is you. Only you can make this progress. Only you can eat and change your diet, change your health. These workouts for me might not work for you, and that's just how life is. Like some of these workouts, people are like, oh, I wouldn't have thought that would have worked. But for me, that's what's given me confidence. That's what allowed me to grow my peach, my booty. Yeah, like I'm just trying to give you guys advice and literally what I do, and I'm hoping it does work for you because it'll be amazing. I got you, hun. Yeah, so thank you so much for the constant support on here as well. I'm trying my best to get as many videos out as I can. But yeah, so please go and like this video if you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in my next video.